everybody else's name though. So if you haven't met me before, you might be the only one. I mean, I know I've seen you, but in case we haven't done much of anything together before, I'm Jennifer Avery and I work with Cammie and I help her do all of the health stuff. So you see me at stuff like Healthy Athletes, or like if you have an event and I'm out there doing some Live Healthy education, that kind of stuff. So that's where you'll see my face occasionally. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Screen 2. Okay. Can y'all see that okay? Perfect. Okay. I'm going to pause this for a second here. Okay. Let's see if it's going to let me move it. Yeah. Okay. So today we're going to talk about becoming a health messenger. So what does that mean? So as you guys have been going through athlete leadership, right, you've been talking about what does that mean, right? What does it mean to be a leader? Things like advocacy that falls under there, right? How to be an advocate. I know Bree's talked to you about some social media stuff, right? So y'all have learned a good mixed bag of different things and how you're a leader in all of those different ways. So as you guys know, so this is athlete leadership level 1. And then once you get to level 2 or 3, you level 2 is where you can pick, but you can start kind of thinking in your brain now whether you want to end up. Do you remember the very first one where we had we kind of all were on there and we talked about the different categories and different levels and stuff you might be on and that kind of stuff as you move along? I think we did that on like the very, very, very first one, intro, welcome to athlete leadership. So basically you can pick, you can help Terry with Athlete Input Council. You might help Irvin with sports. You may be with Cammie for fundraising, advocacy, Bree with social media and that sort of thing. And then you might also be with me for health messengers or fitness captains. Is kind of where you can kind of pick. And you don't have to pick just one. That's the beauty of it. You can pick one, you can pick 2, you can pick all of them and split your time. You just want to be sure that you pick the things that you're passionate about. And that's part of what we're going to talk about today. System objectives we're going to go over today. Sorry, Cammie texted me that Carly's hopping on in just a minute. She was having a little bit of trouble. So when she hops on, I'll try to watch for her, but no worries. Okay. We're going to talk a little bit about the skills that you would need to be a health messenger. What does that mean? Making sure that as a health messenger that you feel empowered to advocate for yourself and for others. And then we'll talk a little bit about activation and what does that mean? And then how do we create a network of health messengers, right? What does that look like and how does it work? So the whole purpose, right, of Special Olympics Health, the goals that we have, we want to improve health status and we want to increase access to quality healthcare being the specific here, right? And the idea, when I go and talk to, some of you have gone with me before, Jason and Robin, y'all have been some places with me before, where we go and we talk about to students and professionals about who you are as an athlete, who you are in the realm of health and how you participate in that and what that does for you as a athlete, and making sure that these individuals understand what it means to be a quality healthcare provider for someone with an intellectual disability. Because I think we all know that not all doctors and healthcare providers are created equal in the sense that there are some, right? For anyone, we can go to the doctor and, oh, I love this doctor. They listened to me and they made me feel heard and respected, right? And sometimes you can go and not have a good experience. Maybe they didn't listen to you very much or they didn't make you feel heard or respected, right? So that's part of the goal of That's just one little piece that our health messengers come out and do and help educate these individuals on what does that mean. We want individuals with ID to be able to have those opportunities to speak for yourself, to hold those leadership roles, and making sure that you're part of the change in that big overall healthcare picture, right? You're really the person that when we do these talks or these presentations, you're really the person that these individuals want to hear from, right? I'm just there to give them some stats and say hi, and this is what we do. But ultimately, it's you guys' story that they want to hear. So a health messenger is an athlete who's been trained to serve as a health and wellness leader, an educator, an advocate, and a role model within our communities and at the community at large, right? Both within Special Olympics and without Special Olympics. So what does a health messenger do? We already know, right? You've already learned that leaders have a lot of different gifts and talents, right? A lot of different experiences, and you may be passionate about a lot of different things. Let me see if that's Carly helping. No? Okay. And so within the Health Messenger program, athletes are trained to figure out how do you want to be a part of the health movement as a leader, right? You might, like I said, you might pick Health Messenger, you might pick athlete input, you might pick fundraising, or you might dabble in all of the things, and that's perfectly fine. We want you to figure out what fits you the best and what you like the most. So as a leader, right, you're a role model for your peers, your teammates within your community, right? Sometimes you might speak to the media or have meetings with different types of health influencers, talk about the barriers that are faced. You might be promoting healthier lifestyles for your peers, for unified partners, for our coaches and families, right? You may come and help participate with something like Family Health Forum. You might, so that would be one where you would help influence maybe your peers, right? Your other athletes, your coaches, your family members that attend something like Family Health Forum, that sort of thing. And then leading and maybe being available to help when we do healthy athletes or something like that. That's kind of a new thing that we're kind of testing out, having y'all over to kind of help and be a piece of that. I know athletes, sometimes you may not even be officially part of athlete leadership, but I know I've gone to attend things and there will be athletes that come up and help with what I'm doing. So a leader can be a lot of different things and a lot of different roles in a lot of different places. So let's think for just a second. What kind of leader do you want to be? When all of this training is said and done, what kind of leader do you want to be? So take a second to think about it, and then when you're ready, go ahead and you can unmute and give an answer.
I want to be like a successful leader and become like a coach, somewhat coach person.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a good goal to have. So you can be a leader in both among your peers, right? And then also in a different role as a coach. Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Carly?
Basically what Chris said, be a motivator for my area and for my teammates. Also be a good coach for them to lean on. And also be a mentor to the new athletes that are coming in. And they don't know what they're doing, or they don't know how to do stuff, and I want them to be comfortable and come to me and talk to me and help and ask for help.
Yeah, so being a good motivator, a good mentor, a good listener, right? And someone that makes other people feel safe and heard. Absolutely. That's really great. What about you, Shay?
I want to be a very positive and good person that the athletes could come to.
Perfect. So you want to be kind of like that positive influence, and also provide a good safe space for them and come in to talk to you. What about you, Anne?
I want to be a coach to help them do the exercise coach. And if they need help, don't know what to do, come to me and ask. Help them out and stuff.
Okay, good, good. What about you, Jason and Robin? I know y'all are muted. Can you unmute yourself? If you can't, it's okay. There you are. Now you're unmuted. So what kind of leader would you like to be, Robin? What kind of leader do you see yourself being? Sometimes it's hard to pick, right?
Yes, it is.
It is. Sometimes it's hard to imagine ourselves and what we're going to be like at the end of all this, right? And what kind of traits we're going to have as leaders. Sometimes you just want to be a good leader, right? And sometimes it's hard to pick which of those attributes you're going to have. Do you think you might know, Jason? We'll give you some time to think, Robin. Do you have any idea what kind you might want to be? Are you still thinking too?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll give y'all some time to think. CJ, what kind of leader do you think you want to be?
Well, I prefer being positive and courageous so that people could needed some help or even support them.
Perfect. That's really great to be a courageous leader. I like that. That's a good definition. Ooh. Y'all are bouncing around on my screen here. Okay. Did you think of anything, Jason? I couldn't hear you. I think you're just quiet. What about you, Robin? Did you think of any characteristic that you want to be as a leader?
Pretty much the same what everybody else was saying.
Okay. I'm feeling kind of the same on that. Is that how you're feeling, Jason?
About the same.
About the same?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So some other things to think about, right? Are you a good motivator? Some of you already mentioned being a motivator. Do you like talking to people about Special Olympics and how they could support Special Olympics? Do you have a passion for fitness or nutrition? I think some of you, even that passion for fitness and nutrition, I won't say that it's new, but you feel more comfortable in it. I've seen you grow in talking about that work in fitness or nutrition just in the time that I've been here. So when we talk about health messenger activation, basically what we mean is you're going to learn how to become that version of yourself as a leader that you want to see by doing things with myself, with Cammie, with Irvin, with Terry, in the community, in the Special Olympics community, And then how can you do that even outside of the Special Olympics community? So we'll learn about activation and what that looks like. Okay, everybody take a second and look at this athlete. And then give me one word that you would use to describe this athlete.
Fast.
Just looking at him, just visual characteristics. Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
Fast.
Fast, okay.
He's ready to rise.
He's ready, okay.
He getting his mind focused on the race.
Focused.
Focused. Is that what you were saying too, CJ? Focused?
Looks like he's staying focused and getting ready to push off or running.
Right, so he is in precise position, right? He's ready. Shay, did you have a word?
Determined.
Determined. He does have a look of determination about him. What about you, Carly?
He's focused on the task.
Focused on the task. So he mentally is ready. He looks physically ready. All of those things. Absolutely. So in order to be the very best version of yourself as an athlete, right, you got to be healthy, right? And we've talked about that a lot in the past. If you've ever attended anything else I've probably talked to you about, we talk a lot about being healthy. But being healthy is a choice that we make, right? Just like when we make a choice, are we going to make our lunch, maybe make a salad or have a salad or order a salad, versus are we going to drive through McDonald's and get a cheeseburger and some french fries and whatever, right? Those are choices that we make throughout our day, throughout our life, being healthy. Not just nutrition, but a lot of different things, right? So let's go ahead and each of you tell me one thing that being healthy means to you as a person. You as an individual, what does being healthy mean? Chris, you're the first one in my boxes here.
Being motivated and being over what you want to become. Like say for instance, like when I started, like I had a belly on me, but now since I've been working hard on healthy and diet and all that stuff, like I've gained muscle and mass and over what I am today. So
right, so your healthy version is that you've had and kept that motivation to continue to make those healthy choices, right?
correct.
Okay, cool. Carly, you're next in mine, Hollywood Squares.
For me, being healthy now is training 2 days a week and not getting a bunch of junk food like I used to. I'm more happier than I was when I did eat a bunch of junk. And to hear all the compliments that I get from people motivates me to do more.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. So you've had some mentally making good healthy choices has had a good impact on your mental health. Just feeling good about people taking notice in the things that you're doing differently and what you've been doing, right? That's a really good point. And just even, I think I really liked how you pointed out that there is a difference there, right? So when we maybe historically in our past, maybe we didn't make as good healthy choices, or just like most of us in the world, right? We flow back and forth, right? Between the doing really healthy things maybe, and then maybe flowing back out of that into some less healthy choices, and then back and forth. It's really easy to do that as a person, right? Kind of have that flowing back and forth. But I think that's a really important piece to note is it's common to think of yourself like before healthy activity and choices, and then the you that's now with healthy activity and choices. So that's a really good point. Shay, what does being healthy mean to you as a person?
To me, it means that your body feels better when you're healthier.
So your whole body feels better when you're healthier. Okay. Yep, I like it. And what about you? What does being healthy mean to you?
Running every day, because I run at 10, 2, and 8. Running and getting your heart racing and not drinking a whole bunch of sodas no more. I drink one once in a blue moon, I get my one soda.
Yeah, so making those different beverage choices, right? And then increasing that physical
Portion.
activity you're doing. Yeah,
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 and
absolutely.
then portion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and portion control. Yeah, absolutely. We all struggle with different things when it comes to making healthy choices. And I think that's one thing for us to remember too, is that every person's going to be different when we're talking about being healthy and making healthy choices. And in just a second, we'll get down to some pieces where we can practice that. Okay, did I miss anybody? I think you said CJ. Let me scroll back through here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what about exercise and drinking plenty of water, you know, so you don't pass out or anything else happen too?
Yeah, absolutely. So making sure that you're staying hydrated. That's absolutely right. Yeah, I like that. Did I skip you, Jason and Robin? Or have you said yours? My Hollywood squares keep moving.
Exercising more.
So doing more exercise, maybe doing some more movement, getting that in every day. Is that kind of what you were thinking too, Robert, or did you have a different one? Were you thinking exercise too, Robin?
Eat more healthier.
Eat more healthy? Okay, so making better food choices. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we know that being healthy isn't just not being unhealthy, like not having disease or not feeling bad, right? And I think it's also important to note that one person's feeling bad is different from another person's. So it's also really common for us to get in a place where it happens really slowly, right? You don't notice that maybe you feel a little different, or that you're struggling with certain types of physical activity, or you don't feel as good, or your mental health isn't as good as you want it to be, right? But I think the theme here is that you all have noticed a change when you actively try to make those healthy choices. You start drinking more water and letting go of the soda. You start making better food choices. You start moving your body more and doing more exercises, focusing on, what is your body makeup? Chris talked about that. Not just from a physical appearance standpoint, but noticing those physical changes because of the work he was putting in nutritionally and physically. So our health messengers are role models, right? We already kind of talked about that. You guys mentioned that might be some things that you want as a leader, characteristics that you want to put forth for your teammates and your peers, right? So making those choices for healthy meals, for getting some kind of exercise a day, drinking plenty of water, CJ mentioned that, maintaining good hygiene, getting enough sleep. That one's hard for me. I feel like I go to bed at a decent time, but sometimes that's the one I struggle with. Y'all heard me talking a while ago about I sleep late on the weekends trying to catch up. That's not a good tactic at all. You should try to make sure you're getting enough sleep every single night. Maintaining healthy relationships. I know y'all talked a little bit about that. We talked about it a little bit last Family Health Forum, if you were at that too. Not using any tobacco products. It says don't smoke, but really using any tobacco products. And making sure that you see your doctor yearly and your dentist regularly. So a healthy diet's important because we already talked about, right? It helps keep your body and your mind healthy, gives you the energy that you need for your body to function well or do the work that you're asking it to do. And as an athlete, that's even more important, right? For you as athletes, making sure that you fuel your body correctly so that it can do the work that you're asking it to do for your sport is incredibly important for you. And then it also helps your body to grow, repair itself. If you get injured, helps you fight illnesses or infections, so that your body, literally, if you can think of your body as like a machine, right? The way we fuel that machine, right? Like putting the right kind of gas in your car, the way we fuel that machine changes how that machine works, right? Does your body fight illnesses well? Does it keep you from being sick? Does it let you run as fast as you want to run? Does it let you lift as much as you want to lift? What's wrong with this picture? Right? Our goal is to do exercise 5 times a day, right? Or not 5 times a day. I mean, you could 5 days a week. I mean, you could be like Ann. You're already doing what, 3 or 4 times a day, Ann? Was it 3 or 4?
In the vehicle.
12.
Right.
I do 12 laps at 8, 10, and 2.
Right. So you're doing all your laps 3 times a day. So we could be like Ann and be out there doing it 3 times a day.
That's
But yeah,
36 altogether.
Right. So Robin, you're correct. The person's inside the vehicle and the dog is getting the exercise, right? So I'm imagining, sorry, Chris, go ahead.
That's so racist right there, because I don't know why the dog cannot get an Uber. That's so mean.
Right? That's so mean of them. You can't let the dog ride. I know. So the idea here, I think, is if you're walking the dog, right? Like I took the dog for a walk, like that was my exercise, but it doesn't count if you're riding the car and the dog is the one who's doing all the walking. Right. So why do we exercise, right? Being a better athlete, we already talked about that, making sure that your muscles and your bones are as strong as they can be, either staying at or getting to a healthy weight, increasing your chances of living longer. The more that you use this body or this machine, right, that you have that keeps you alive, the better it does at keeping you alive, right? We just talked about the more you fuel it correctly, the more you do with this body to help keep it active, the more it gives back to you, right? In your ability to be an athlete, to live your life the way you want to do, and stay healthy. Increasing your energy level. I know that seems counterintuitive, right? You would think if you're doing all the exercise and getting tired from the exercise, how does that increase your energy, right? But your body sort of, when you do more exercise, it sort of trains your body to know that, hey, I can do this work. That's cool. I can do all this work. Now I have more energy to continue to do this work because your body as a machine knows that it's good for it. And it helps make you happier, right? Carly talked about that increase in mental health as she's increased her activity and made some healthy changes. Okay, now we're going to do a little activity here. So excuses, right? We all make excuses, right? So as a health messenger, if you were a health messenger or a health leader, how would you take one of these excuses? Maybe your teammate said, I don't have enough time. It could be for exercise or to make a healthy meal or something like that. Or exercise is too hard. Or I don't have a gym membership. Or I don't know how to start. So pick one of those and then tell me how you would tell your teammate, how you would help them come up with an idea to resolve that excuse.
You don't have to have a gym membership. I tell them that you can go outside and walk and do jumping jacks and push-ups and all of that. You don't have to have a gym membership.
Right, absolutely. So explaining to them that there are options. And sometimes we do get pictures in our head or ideas of what is exercise, right? Like there's this real limited definition as to what that looks like. I am not a gym person, but I get plenty of exercise in without going to the gym. I just don't prefer to go to the gym.
If you think that, oh,
Go ahead, Chris.
all right. If you think that exercise is too hard, look at the way that I'm doing it, or I will stand right beside you to help you complete the exercise by my side.
Okay, so giving them the example of how to do it, making them, sometimes the too hard part is that maybe the movement seems too complicated. So that would be a good reason to do the example. What might be another reason that they think exercise is too hard? Not just the form and movement.
Maybe they in a walker or a wheelchair and they think that they can't do it. We can modify it, show them how to modify.
Yes, absolutely. So maybe it's a situation where they're thinking, okay, well, I can't do that movement, it's too hard. Or maybe even, when we talked about making an exercise easier, modifying it to make it easier, or even modifying it to make it hard, right? Like, oh, that's easy. I can, I'm not pushing myself to do that exercise. Okay, Jason?
When I get home, not always that time to exercise. I always do it every day because that's what my doctor wants me to do, exercise every day. I take time when I get home to exercise every day, walk in and ride my bicycle.
Okay, so maybe that I don't have enough time, right? So what you do then is maybe you pick a certain time of day and then you're doing an exercise that doesn't have to be big and extravagant, right? You maybe walk or ride your bicycle. So really kind of simplifying what you're doing and kind of getting it in when you can. Yeah, I like that. Robin, what about you?
Oh, you can walk with a buddy.
You could do it with a buddy, right? So maybe that the time management is more of a accountability, right? So you walk with someone that helps you make sure you're finding the time to do it. Yeah, I like that. That's a really great idea.
Or you can do it during break times.
You could do
During
it
your break.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think sometimes we get really, well, I need to do this big, exaggerated workout. Like it has to be this whole production, right? And really, it's more about the fact that you're getting in the movement, you're doing the activity or the exercise, and that you're staying consistent with it. Consistency is one of the biggest things when it comes to healthy habits, healthy choices, and a healthy lifestyle. So absolutely. CJ, what about you?
Well, I would say we would have gym time so that I could be a better leader
Okay,
and
so
and help.
yeah, absolutely. So maybe setting aside a very certain time that you're going to do the exercises or that you're going to go to the gym. Like you go to the gym the same time every day. Yeah, I like it. Shay, what about you?
I would say,
What if their excuse was, I don't know how to start? How would you help them overcome that excuse?
I would start them out first just doing stretches.
Maybe just doing stretches at first. Yeah, that's a really good plan. You know, you're not asking somebody to just jump right in and do a lot of, you know, heavy lifting with Chris, right? Maybe that's not where they're at yet. They're not ready to do all of that. But they might be okay with,
You
hey,
just
we're
gotta
just
say
gonna
something about me. All right.
You're right. You're right. I mean, I can't help it. You and Carly are the power lifters, so y'all know I'm going to hit that. So yeah, so maybe it's something that feels a little bit more bite-sized, right? A little bit more manageable, starting with stretching. I was kind of hoping, Shay, that you were going to say that maybe they take something, because obviously when I think about you, I always think about dancing. And so I was thinking, I was hoping you were going to say maybe they could do something that's like, that doesn't feel like exercise, right? They could take their love for dancing and turn that into movement and exercise. So I know I called you out on that.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. I mean, cause they do have the Wii dance
Right.
and I do that at home.
Yeah. See, so sometimes you just got to get creative with it. Absolutely. Carly, I think I hadn't asked you yet.
You don't have to have a gym membership because a lot of the stuff that, like for me and Chris, not having to go to the gym to lift weights or stuff, you can do it at your house or at your facility or wherever you're at. Take time to just do little things like if you're a powerlifter, you can do air squats, you can do sit-ups, push-ups, whatever you need to do to get motivated. Or if you do have a gym and a workout gym at your facility, that you can also use that. You don't have to have a gym membership to work out. There's just so many options that you can do to get them motivated.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I know Ann mentioned earlier, right? Water's the best choice, right? Now, does that mean you can only drink water only for the rest of your life, right? Some people really don't like drinking water. Water is good for you. It helps your body function. If you want your body to do all the processes, you want this machine to work well, it needs water. You got to give it water, right? For it to be able to do that, it needs to stay hydrated so that it can keep you healthy and avoid illnesses, right? Drinking that water throughout the day, making sure that you're kind of keeping track of how many bottles of water have you had? How do you do that? I know some people will drink like regular bottles of water and when they're done, they sit it on the counter and that's how they keep count of how many they've had. If you use a reusable water bottle, right? I know some now they make the really big jugs, right? And it shows you how much you've drank over time. You know, that's an option. You can kind of keep a tally of how many you've drank throughout the day if you write something down or whatever process makes sense for you for doing that. Now, like Ann was mentioning, she might drink a soda once in a blue moon, right? What the point here is that soda shouldn't be the number one thing you're drinking. Like you're drinking a lot of soda and a little bit of water, right? If you're drinking at least 5 bottles of water a day, if you occasionally have a sports drink or a juice or soda or something like that, right? That's a better choice, right? Best choice is water only. Better choice is water with maybe a sprinkling of something throughout there. I'm 100% Southern from the South. I got to have a little sweet tea from time to time. Okay. So for me, I know at some point, probably when I go to dinner or something like that, I may want a sweet tea if I'm going to go out with my family or something like that. But the rest of the time, I try to make sure that I'm drinking water. So personal hygiene. Y'all probably never even read, I don't know, some of you are the same age as me. So some of you might have read the funnies in the newspaper at some point in your lifetime. So this is the Garfield strip. And John says, having a girlfriend changes everything, Garfield. The way things taste, the way things smell. I'm going to have to change my socks more often. And Garfield says, especially the way things smell, right? So he wants to make sure that he has good personal hygiene because he's got this girlfriend. He doesn't want his girlfriend to think he's stinky. So what are our good hygiene practices look like, right? Making sure that we're washing our hands with soap and water. We do that for at least 20 seconds. It works well if you hum a song. That'll get you to your 20 seconds. After you use the bathroom, before you're going to cook or eat food, or if you're not feeling well, if you're having to blow your nose or you're coughing into your hand, making sure that you're washing your hands after that too. You want to take a shower or bath every day, and put that deodorant on afterward. Brush your teeth twice a day. I had a dentist friend who used to say, you brush your teeth at night for yourself and in the morning for your friends, right? That brushing them at night is so you can get rid of all the germs, all the left on food from all day long and keep from getting cavities. And then you brush them again in the morning so that your breath is nice and fresh whenever you're going to go out and see your friends. And then making sure that you're wearing clean clothes, clean socks, especially those socks. Socks get funky real fast. So making sure that you're putting on clean clothes, not just wearing the same thing every day. Other things, avoiding smoking, really any kind of tobacco use, breathing other people's smoke if you can help it. Making sure that you're building safe, healthy, and supportive relationships with your family and friends. If your relationship does not feel safe, healthy, or supportive, then you might need to re-examine that relationship, right? Maybe that's not a good relationship for you. But also as a person, making sure that you're that safe, healthy, supportive space for your friends also. Trying to get somewhere between 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Sometimes that's hard. So there's a lot of different tactics, and we can delve into that later on at a different topic, but there are a lot of different ways to try to help make sure that you're getting those 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Staying positive, right? I'm pretty sure everybody on here mentioned earlier about some piece about being positive or having a positive attitude. And that is important. Taking time to relax. I take this one very seriously. I work hard and I like to relax hard. So making sure that you're making set time. It's just like when we make time for exercise, when we make time to make healthy meals, right? Making sure that you're setting aside some time to relax in whatever way that looks like for you, because everybody's different. And then making sure that you're getting a good checkup on this machine, right? Visit the doctor once a year, at least. Go to your dentist twice a year. Making sure that you're getting those appointments in so that you can do the right maintenance, right? Like if it's a car, you're getting your oil changed, right? Changing your tires out when you need them. As a person that has a body, right, that is a machine, you want to make sure that you're getting those checkups as often as you should. Okay, now we're going to do our healthy habits quiz. Okay, so I'm just gonna let each of you answer a question. I think there's 8 questions, so we may revolve back around. CJ, of these options, which one should you eat a lot of every day?
Fruits and vegetables.
Absolutely. Can anybody remember what's the goal? Like how many servings of fruits and vegetables a day? Anybody remember? We just talked about this a couple days ago, Anne. Remember, what's our magic number? We have a fitness program that you guys have heard me talk about that revolves around
7? Is it 7?
a little less than 7.
6?
6?
6.
Nope.
2.
Nope, more than 2.
5.
5. Remember, we have our Fit 5. Y'all heard me talk about our Fit 5 booklets, our Fit 5 cards, right? That's 5 fruits and vegetables a day, 5 bottles of water, 5 days of exercise. Yeah. So bread is, it contains carbohydrates, and sometimes, you know, there are different diet fads out there, right, that tell us, oh, bread is very bad, you can't eat it at all. But bread does have carbohydrates in it that do help us have energy, right? But if you eat too much of it, like if you mostly ate bread and ate very little fruits and vegetables, then sometimes that'll make us gain weight. Too much of a good thing. Okay, Carly, which food is healthier for breakfast, muffins or eggs?
Eggs.
Absolutely. So blueberries by themselves, that's a fruit, right? We could eat that. But when you take blueberries and you put them into something like a muffin, which have tons of sugar in them, it's going to make you feel hungry again really soon, right? Your body can use sugar and carbohydrates to make energy, but it will burn through it so quickly that it will make you hungry again later. Versus eggs are a better choice. They have lots of protein in them. That helps you build your muscles, repair your muscles, and it helps you feel fuller for a longer period of time. Okay. Jay, which of these is a better snack?
The smoothie.
Okay, this one's a tricky question. I won't lie to you. So smoothies, yes, they are a great way for you to get in that recommended servings of fruits and vegetables, but you have to be careful because unless you're making it at home and you're not putting any sugar in it, right? If you go order one somewhere from like Tropical Smoothie or somewhere like that, right? Then a lot of times they'll have tons of sugar in them. So it feels like a healthy choice, but then kind of snuck in there and ended up with a lot of sugar and calories, right? So this one in particular is made with strawberries and kiwi and low-fat yogurt. All good, healthy choices. So that's perfectly okay. Your string cheese technically is the winner in this question, but it's because it is low in fat, but it also has lots of protein in it. Once again, that's good for your muscles and to help you feel full longer. It also has that calcium in it, right? Which is great for your bones. Okay, and which of these is the best drink for hydration?
Water.
Absolutely. So even though sports drinks are great, after you've been doing a long period of really intense exercise, it also has a lot of sugar in it. So the best choice is always going to be choosing water. Now, bonus question. How many bottles of water should you try to drink a day? We just said
5.
5, absolutely. Okay, Jason, which of these activities will best help you reduce your stress?
Number one, we said oxygen exercise.
Okay, so exercise for an individual, technically both options could be relaxing, but if you're just sitting and watching TV and you're not doing anything else, that's not very good for your health. Sitting for extremely long periods of time is actually really bad for you. And so it's always better to move whenever you can. Have I ever rode my exercise bike while also watching an episode of something? Yes, I have done that before, plenty of times. But the difference there is while I'm kind of disconnecting, I'm watching this show, right? But I'm also utilizing, making my body work hard at the same time. So I'm not just sitting and watching. Okay, Robin, which of these is the best exercise for flexibility? So remember, flexibility is where you're using your muscles and joints to their full extent, right?
Option 2, Boga.
Option 2, yes, absolutely. So weight training is great for building your muscles and your strength. Yoga is a better option for improving your flexibility. Yoga has a lot of really good benefits, but flexibility is one of them. Okay, we may have to start over in the queue again.
I know this one.
Okay. Chris, what advice would you give a friend with a toothache? Take a pain reliever or go to the dentist?
Dentist.
Absolutely. I mean, a pain reliever would give some temporary relief from toothache. You might say, take 2 ibuprofens and then also go ahead and make your appointment to the dentist, right? It's not going to fix the problem long-term though. So usually if your teeth are hurting, that's a good indicator that there might be something going on in there. And usually once they start hurting, it's not something that just magically goes away. So going to see your dentist is a great way to just check on everything, see if there's something going on, if there's a filling that needs to be done, or sometimes it's even something simple like it doesn't always mean you have like a cavity or an infection or something like that. Sometimes it's that, like for example, did you know that if you drink lots of lemonade, like if you went to Chick-fil-A and you're like, ooh, Chick-fil-A lemonade is my jam, right? And you went there and you sipped on lemonade all day long. Did you know that lemonade is really acidic? And the acidity from the lemonade, it's sort of like, it's what we call etching. It like etches your tooth, and it sort of like makes it like really sensitive to cold stuff. So like if you drink, let's say you drink your lemonade or whatever, and then you maybe had some ice cream, or you had something cold or whatever, right? And then you start noticing, oh, I've got all this real sensitivity, like my teeth are hurting and I don't know what's wrong with them. Sometimes it can be something like that, right? Where maybe it's not so much the that you have a cavity yet. I mean, obviously, if you drink sugary lemonade all day long, you would eventually have one. But if you were engaging in something like that, and then basically it would be, we just need to make some changes on habits, and maybe use like a sensitivity toothpaste to help everything get back to under control.
What if you can't go right away?
If you can't go right away, you know, that's a really good point. And sometimes if you can't go right away, usually if it's something where, oh, I just started, like if the tooth just started hurting or you just started having an issue, it's not to say that whatever this problem is going to just get really bad overnight, right? So I would say go as soon as you can, if something's bothering you. And then in the meantime, just make sure that you're doing a lot of really good oral hygiene, right? That you're brushing twice a day, you're flossing once a day, and really kind of doing a good job of trying to keep everything clean. Sometimes it's just an increase of hygiene that helps deal with issues like that. But then still, even if it went away, I would say still go keep your appointment for whenever you can get in. Yes, Chris.
Or if you can't go to the doctor or to the dentist, come to Dr. James. I got a treatment for you.
You're gonna treat those teeth and knock them out, huh? Oh goodness. Okay. Let me see. I don't remember what order I was going in, so I'm just gonna pick CJ. True or false? The sun can provide important health benefits.
True.
Yes, the sun definitely can provide us with some good health benefits. It provides us with vitamin D, which is important for keeping our bones strong and healthy. But you really only need about 10 minutes a day in the sunshine to get that benefit. After the 10 minutes, it's best to be more in the shade. And then always making sure that if you've got to be out there longer than 10 minutes in direct sunshine, right? You're going to put on your sunscreen, put on your chapstick with the sunscreen in it, all those things. If you can, wear something like a brimmed hat that keeps your skin shaded from the sun, maybe a longer sleeve shirt. I'll be honest with you guys, that is the one thing that I do not do well, is I am not that person that can wear a long sleeve shirt in the sun. My husband works outside a lot and he does it all summer long, and there's something about, it's a sensory thing, and when there are clothes on me and they're wet and they are not made for swimming, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I do better with sunscreen and try to stay in the shade as much as I can.
I burn easy.
Yeah. So it's going to be super important for you to make sure that you put that sunscreen on and then reapply it throughout the day if you're going to be out in the sun all day long. Okay. And I think, which of these should you do before you go to bed to help you relax?
Read.
Read a book. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite things to do before I go to bed. If you are looking on your phone and you're scrolling through social media, the blue light, a lot of you guys probably a part of blue light glasses that help block the blue light, right? If you're working on a computer all the time, if you're watching TV, using a tablet, or looking on your cell phone, it makes it harder to fall asleep at night if you're doing that within a certain window before you go to sleep. Also, if you're looking at social media, doing a lot of talking, it can make you a little bit more excited or more anxious. And that makes it harder for you to get relaxed and fall asleep. Ideally, you would turn off all your electronics at least an hour before you go to bed. Carly, true or false? I should only go to the doctor when I feel sick or get hurt.
False.
False. You should try to go to the doctor at least once a year for a checkup, even if you feel fantastic. It's good for you. Make sure that there's not any underlying issues that we didn't know were already there. And that's it. Okay. We might not have good, well, this is our last one. So we've got 3 minutes to go through this last activity. Pick one of the questions and you can answer it for yourself as an individual. If you have any challenges when you face achieving good health, or what challenges do you know that maybe your peers, other athletes that you know face? And then maybe what are some solutions that you can use for meeting that challenge? Chris, you're the first person in my Hollywood Square.
What challenge do you, or what challenge do other athletes that you know face? Like Sybil, she really can't handle the way we stretch. So like I give her time and patience of her trying to do the stretches and Karen, I help her out with the way how to set up the stretches and stuff.
Yeah, perfect. So maybe giving her a little bit more time, some patience, some understanding that she struggles with that part, and just being a little more understanding of that. Yeah, absolutely.
You got it right on the nose.
Shay, what about you?
I'm gonna go with the same one. What challenge do other athletes that I know face?
Mhm.
For me, I'm guessing like whenever we get ready to do an exercise, and if it's difficult for somebody to show them how to do the exercise.
Yeah, that's a good point. So sometimes maybe somebody's struggling with like, but how do I do this exercise and do it right? So, and I know you told me some stories about with powerlifting, right? Working to get that form correct, and swimming, working to get your swimming form correct.
I'll be doing swim lessons today in my water aerobics today too. And then me and Stephanie and Amy, we help count when it's time to help them stay, focused, because they don't count how many laps they do. So we help count. Then when they get done, we do all laps.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Okay, I'm not gonna make everybody else answer the questions specifically just because we're at time. We made it a whole hour. So I'm so glad that you guys let me kind of take over your athlete leadership for an hour this month and talk to you about being a health messenger and what does that look like. And I think pretty much everybody on this call has some real good health messenger characteristics. So as you go through your leadership with Cammie, when you get ready to the end and you start thinking about picking where you might want to focus for level 2, if like I said, if health and fitness is an interest of yours, helping others with health and fitness, remember us over in Health Messengers. I say us, it's just me. We not act like there's a whole team of people over here. So just keep that in consideration. Like I said, you can pick more than one. You can dabble in all the things and figure out what you love the most. We certainly allow that. And then I think the only thing that we didn't really touch on was that activation piece. Every health messenger has to be activated, which means that you have to attend some sort of event or it can be anything like Jason and Robin have come with me before to speak to students in class about inclusive health and what the purpose of inclusive health and what that means to someone that's an athlete and why it's so important. Or Anne, who helped me do some case studies recently, being willing to kind of tell her health story and be involved in that. So the cool thing about it is that sometimes being a health messenger or being part of leadership or being part of fitness captains, something like that, it's stuff that you're already doing. And this is just a way for us to really highlight you and really give you that attention and recognition that you deserve for the things that you're already so amazing at doing. Okay, I held you 3 extra minutes, but if you have questions, you can stay on and ask. If you're all set and good, I'll set you free. Bye, Chris.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Oh, you have
I
a question? Sorry, I thought you were waving by.
Yeah. Okay. Two questions actually.
I'll allow.
I'm sorry. Have you heard from Irvin
Yes.
about? Yeah. Okay.
There's an
And-
email in my inbox right now. I haven't
Okay.
read it.
And okay. And number 2 is with me being the MC. Could I write down like what I have in my mind, or do I have to read over what they put?
Urban's already wrote a script for you.
Okay.
So it'll be whatever Urban put in that script.
Okay, so like I cannot like say whatever I want to say.
I mean, you might could deviate a little bit. Like, I mean, we want you to have your own personal flair in there, but I would try to stick to it as much as possible just because there's a lot of things that get covered in order in that process.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
So like, could I come by to help out a day before, or?
What we're gonna do, we're probably gonna do a Zoom practice run,
Okay.
or either 1 or 2 of those, so that you can get some good practice in with the script
Okay.
and what to expect and all that. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. We try to not throw you just to the wolves. Just
All right.
we try to help
And
set you up for success.
All right, and I might need some practice over reading because I'm like, just to let you know, I'm not a good reader, but
It's okay. And ultimately the goal is, ultimately the goal is just you'll kind of get a feel for what it's going to contain, and then you can kind of practice, and it won't be so much about remembering everything word for word, like maybe like announcements, or if you're saying names or that kind of thing, like, yeah, but for the most part, as long as you've got it in there, it'll be kind of that repetitive working on it, going back through and practicing, and I think you'll be all set.
oh girl, you know me, I'm shy.
Oh, so shy.
I'm shy.
I know, that's how you ended up being the MC, because you're so shy. All right, guys, any other questions for me? Obviously, if you think of more questions, you know how to find me. I'm pretty much always available. You can email me. You probably already got my number, all the things. I know some of y'all be messaging me on Facebook, so anywhere you want to find me, that's fine with me. Yes, ma'am, Ann.
I have a question.
Okay.
Do you need my homework, or can I just told you my homework? Was that good? Told you what?
Yeah, that was fine. Or if you want, you can have Monica take a picture of it and send it to me. That's fine.
Okay, I will have her
Or Miss
take
Alicia.
a
Yes.
picture
Either one
when
is
I
fine.
get off of there.
Yeah, because remember you had homework for fitness captain. Well, actually, you won't even have to have her take a picture of it, because we're going to do our fitness captain meeting is on Thursday. So if it's the fitness captain one, you can tell me on Thursday. If it's the one for leadership, then you'll actually give that homework. You'll tell it to Cammie in June.
Okay.
So either one. So you're
Because I got my exercise and everything what I want to do for.
okay. Yeah, that one is for me. That's the one for fitness captain. So keep that, and then bring it to your meeting that we'll have on Zoom on Thursday.
Next Thursday.
No, this Thursday, the 11th.
This Thursday.
Yes, ma'am. And you and Stephanie and Amy and everybody will be hopping on that one together.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, guys, if nothing else, I'll set you free. Thanks for
Bye.
hopping on here with me. Bye,
You
guys.
too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I guess. I'm finished. Chips and stuff. Oh. Okay, I gotta go in there too. I gotta put my stuff up too.
Are you now gluing?
Yeah.
You're the gluer now?
Yeah. Is Amy done? Yeah. In the day, Jeremy.
Yeah.
It's day break time or what? Was it now break time or what?
Yes, it's 2:09.
Break time? Well, I don't know, because I was in there.
Did you want anything?
Nope. I don't have money for that. Thank you. Go. Go, buddy. Go to break. Go to break, buddy. Come on. Go to break, buddy. We just got anything on me. As long as they put stuff about what we wanted to do. Got legal shield or be a healthy athlete. I mean, that's what it is. Messenger? Yeah. Different one. Yeah. It was different one. And I want. That's not thing you should have wrote down. And I wanted to be, help, to do exercise. What's that? Help, exercise. And help legal. Show them how to do exercise. I'm trying to watch them back. I try to stop them now when I see them on the zip button. Go back. I try to watch them now. I'm gonna go do my exercise.
I don't know. What do you remember you had it at? I don't think I took it out of the car. Yeah, I think I went out there. Maybe this afternoon, yeah. Okay. Or you get out the van this afternoon. I'm just using the phone, so I can go. What else? I'm not just a bird. I ain't no Mr. Burton, you are. No, hey now. Where he is.
Oh, it's Lord Print Edition. I love Lord Print Edition. Let's see and test the large print and see if I can. No, I cannot. Not that hurts. Ouch. Ah, that feels better.
Tuesday literacy to the wafer wing.
Appetizers and snacks. Oh, hot cheese dip. That's good.
Do you? No, I don't know.
You tried Vicks? Put Vicks under her nose. You've never heard of that?
Yeah, but I don't have any with me.
Um,
It's just allergies. They won't quit till I get an antibiotic or something.
take allergy medicine.
I do. That medicine has got allergies and stuff in it. I got an inhaler and I have a nose spray.
Do you use it?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
Oh,
But I'm allergic to plants and flowers and yes.
Sorry, a little late.
I do. Okay.
sun-dried tomato, goat cheese, empanadas.
I don't even sound good. Does it to you?
To me it does. Ooh, sweet and tangy chicken wings. I like me some chicken wings. Let's turn over. Meatballs with chimichurri. Marinated olives and seasoning. What is it? And what in the pickles are is a cheese wings?
Where's Jillian?
Not here.
Not here, I guess.
Allergies
Oh.
are acting up again.
Parker, I'm gonna get him. He ripping this book up.
Parker?
Yeah.
I'm a I'm a
Can you imagine me driving?
No.
Yes. Do it. Yeah, do it.
I would run and hide and wish that I was a turtle.
Do it. Yeah, do it.
Oh, garbanzo stuffed mini peppers.
Yuck. Garbanzo?
Yeah.
That might be pretty good.
Those are chickpeas.
Yeah,
It'd be like hummus filled peppers.
yeah. Do you like hummus? I do.
I love hummus. Do you know
I
that?
don't.
Will you let me talk?
She was
No.
talking first.
Did you know that they make dessert hummus? Susie,
Yes.
did you know that they make dessert hummus?
No, I didn't know that. What do they put in it?
Chocolate.
Oh. Might be good.
Strawberry hazelnut French toast.
You're making me hungry.
Oh, pepper jack hash brown casserole. Sage turkey sausage bites, patties. Cranberry cream cheese French toast. Pigs in a pool. I've never heard that.
What?
Pigs in the pool.
I give her a pick.
Emily, I'll be right back.
June, right? Yo. June.
Exercise.
Oh, okay.
I'll take Justin. Kyle.
Okay.
Yeah, brother.
I'm going to literacy.
Bye, Felicia.
You need to get back. Ellen, you need to get back to WC.
No, wait, that's her baby. Stop.
Hey, take a picture, hon. I will. You go to your class, Parker.
He's with me.
I'll be with you. Okay, Justin. Bye.
Go exercise room and wait for me.
Yeah, brother.
Bacon and egg lasagna.
Oh, you need to take this.
Yes.
You're gonna have to.
Sausage and
you're both
pasta.
We got too much.
Stop.
You're
Yes.
annoying.
Stop.
I can't stand it.
Oh,
Quit.
slow.
No.
Kyle.
Sorry.
Russell.
Also, and just
Potluck beans. Ooh, potluck cane rolls. Ooh.
Who's from busy on this?
Ew.
So
I hate scalloped potatoes. Ooh, mac and cheese.
okay.
You need to be nice. No, he's here. He's on the list.
Hey, Christy,
Hi, Tyler.
where's Julian?
Not here.
She's somewhere. Okay, I gotta go walk. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You like I just got.
Oh, I would like to make that.
Alright, let's go.
Come on, let's see the motel later. Later. Love you. Love you.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Goodbye, Felicia.
What's I say to Julian?
Oh, that sounds good too. Connie's tortellini salad. Oh, crunchy white baked macaroni and cheese. I love me some bleh.
You love you some macaroni and cheese.
Yeah,
Me too. Get your cookbook, look at.
that's what I'm looking
Can
at.
I have another large search?
Yeah, you want another?
The different one.
I don't have any different ones, I don't think. Go in Miss June's class and see if she does.
Okay.
Oh, I love me some Catalina. I'm making things look. Ooh. This is, well, this is some stuff we can make here.
Yeah. Mark it, we'll look at it and see.
Jalapeno mac and cheese. Ooh, sticky chicken wings.
That's different, yes. Okay, thank you so much.
So, Susie.
There should be a pencil right there by the, there you go, sir.
You're welcome.
How about you sit down and look at it?
That will be better.
That's what we should make. Slow cooker tater tot casserole.
Oh, that sounds good. Everything sounds good today.
Instead of ground beef, we could use ground turkey.
Yeah. Do you use ground turkey a lot?
Well, I
I
can't
do.
have red meat.
Oh, well, I do. I use turkey a lot. It's just as good. Why can't you have red meat?
I'm allergic.
Allergic to red meat? Oh my.
I got bit by a tick. Smashed potatoes and apples. Don't sound that good. Truly tasty turnips with greens. No, I'm good. Ooh, slow cooker homemade chicken and rice soup. Ooh, slow cooked cheesy cauliflower. Low carb option. Basil. Basil.
Jake, did you hire left this morning?
No, I don't want my out like this exercise.
Oh, you just exercised? Okay.
Taco twists. Southwestern turkey bake. Ooh. Darn it.
So.
Mm. Boy, do I miss me some ribs. Zippy chicken enchiladas. Mm.
Just guess what I watched this weekend?
What?
The Kardashians.
Oh my gosh. Oh, miniature peanut butter treats.
But what would Julie do if I told her that she complained too much?
Work on your worksheet. I'm not gonna get this done.
What do you have to get done?
I have to fill out all your sheets every day, everything you do in the times.
Interesting. It really is interesting. Mm. Mhm. Ooh. Ouch. Cardamom. Ooh, pecan pie cobbler. That sounds good. Holy donuts. Ooh. Candy bar brownies. Potato pie. Salted vegetable. Classic chocolate. Mm. Mm.
Shrub, dry shrub, we do that stuff.
You live by yourself, Susie?
Yes.
Why?
Huh?
I said, why?
Cause I don't mind.
Hmm.
I just live by myself.
Don't you get lonely?
Nope. My daughters, I lived with them when I first came back from Wyoming. I didn't like it. They're too bossy.
You're from Wyoming?
No, I'm from here, but I went to stay in Wyoming to take care of my mom till she passed. She had a stroke.
That's not good.
No, but she was fine. And I took
Oh,
good care of her.
Christmas Southern cooking.
And if I catch anyone being mean to you, I'll say something. I would truly say so.
Ooh. Tidings of joy.
Uh,
Ooh. I don't want to see pictures. Walnut cranberry sauce. Yum. Shredded Brussels sprouts. What in the hay bales? Ooh, cheesecake flan. Deep dish pecan pie. Oh, I hate it when they say pecan. Ooh, that's on my last nerve.
Pecan,
Thank you.
pecan.
It's pecan, not pecan. Turkey pot pies, yummy. Creamy turkey and rice soup. Then I don't. Reading sneeze season. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I won't. What is that? It's so annoying. Merry Christmas. I can't wait for Christmas. It is my first Christmas here.
Is that anyone doing it?
No,
I have a flat up free time right now.
okay, get over here.
Which one is what?
Goodbye.
What color are you?
I will blue.
The yellow guru?
And I have red.
Parker, his is done.
I'm sorry.
If yours is not there, it's probably at my house.
Mine red.
I know yours is red. What is that red one?
Chunky.
You can do that one.
Who would I say?
We'll cut them another one.
Travis is here.
Yeah, well, we'll cut him another one.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. I'll give him the one you have at home. I have it at my house.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them I was helping them do. So we can get them done by Friday.
Yeah, they'll get done by Friday, Mother's Day,
That's right.
and they take them home.
Uh-huh.
I used to.
Have you ever sewed on a machine?
What?
Have you ever sewed on a machine?
No, I have not.
Will you stop being so loud? Jeez.
Oh, with a quiet voice. Okay. I'm gonna show you how this is done.
Oh, that sounds good.
And right there in front of you.
Spiced hot buttered rum.
What?
Stick pin under your foot. On the floor. Yellow. Stick pin.
But
Right
you
there.
were reading it.
Right here in front of you. Right there.
Yeah. Hold on.
Samantha is approved.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is what we do. See this here? We raise it. Put it underneath, bring it down. And then we have a pedal under here, see? And you press at the top of the pedal, because you're gonna get to do this a little bit. How slowly.
be bad.
Turn it on the ends.
Oops. Not funny.
No. Let's see what happened. I run out of thread on my bobbin. See?
I had to come back on, I had to be your salvage.
That's all right.
I had to come and do boss to you.
Oh. But you know what? We'll have yours done today, right now, here.
Yeah, good doctor appointment.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, go to Riverwalk.
Oh.
Have my MRI done.
I have to go to Little Rock on the set. Well, I'm going to Russellville and then I'll have to go to Little Rock and have my ablation done on my heart. I don't know when they're gonna do it,
You know what that be May or June or July, you know?
but I have to have.
Justin, I'll get to praying for you.
It's okay, okay.
Prayer's good.
Well, sorry.
Yeah. You're gonna learn how to play bobbin. Look, watch this. Do that. There. And then you hold this, push this over here next to that.
I'm having spaghetti tonight.
Homemade.
We took ours with, have you wished you like better hearts or price cutter better?
Oh, I like them both. Whoops.
You know how to do, is Jeremy supposed to be here?
Jeremy?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know, so.
Where's Jeremy at, Jake? Jake Brown.
Jeremy want to go somewhere.
Monica, come back, mom, please.
I just packed
You
up my
want me to check the
suitcase.
color dots?
Yeah, you look at the color dog. He's going to.
I just packed up my suitcase.
I'll look at these down here.
No. No, he's not.
Keep setting down.
Yeah, stay sitting down.
I just packed up my suitcase this weekend.
You do.
Yeah?
So you go to Little Rock.
What did you say, Susan?
So you can go to Little Rock.
No.
Well, here's my paper over here.
Joey's on purple.
Yeah.
Who's on purple?
Who is?
Miss Lisa has purple or anything.
Pistachio brittle.
Lisa has pink.
Pink, I don't know who that. Okay, see how it's still on the bottom?
Miles, sit down, please. I told you to get up.
You said it, you said
She's
Well, but you spread it like this. Around. Did you find out where he was at?
Jeremy, no.
Can you slide me that book?
Well, Olivia has green.
you have yellow.
She has blue.
We thank you.
Rick, I think it could be music and drama or WAC.
Yeah, Rick ain't here.
Rick ain't here.
We all know that.
What is he sick with? Do y'all know?
I have no idea.
I don't know, a big butt bit him in the butt, probably.
What? Okay, and then this is where you thread the needle. Raise it up, let's see it.
I saw Miss Terry Friday night.
Really?
Miss Terry.
Davis,
She used to be in this one before you.
Oh, or Miss,
Okay. She used to have this one before you. How are you? She used to be in here.
oh.
I remember her.
I saw her at Price Cut.
I didn't like her at all. I don't like her at all.
Do you like me?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
I like
alright.
everybody.
Does Justin like?
Lordy, 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 we have a birthday in the house today. Wonder whose birthday it is. We have a birthday in the house.
Whose birthday?
If you have a birthday today, you need to come by. Yes, you wanna go do the driver's test. You need to come by. Driver's test to my office and get a birthday, you need to come by. Thank you.
Have a birthday or are you gonna do the driver's test?
Both. I can't drive.
And your birthday's done and passed?
My birthday haven't passed yet.
Oh, you haven't had it yet?
My birthday mesmerized.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who birthday is yet. What, is that
Who
Canada?
was his birthday this morning? He brought a little thing.
Who?
Somebody's birthday today.
I don't know who.
What is his name?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I can't think of it.
Not Toby's. He,
No, it wasn't Toby.
Brandon, Alex, James, Hart.
Justin, you have nice shoes.
Yeah, he's got some new shoes here lately, haven't you, Justin?
I got 2 more pair of tires, I guess.
And Justin, you're one of my good friends.
No, I'm not.
You're not?
I'm joking, I am.
And I don't care what anyone says about you, you're awesome.
Who is she yelling at? Ooh.
So if you would like to go and take a stab at the driver's test, you need to come to my office right now, please.
I am on the drive. Don't trust me on the wheels.
Eggnog cookies? Chocolate
Is that
bread.
driving vans or?
I don't know. I don't want to drive. I can't drive. I don't want to think about me driving on the road. I might wreck everything.
You run into everybody, huh?
Yeah, there'd be cold wreck everywhere.
Then don't drive. Simple as that. Edible place cards?
Oh. Never heard of them. Oh, wake up there.
Nope.
Okay, turn it upside out. You got a little hole here to work with. See?
Oh, I see the hole.
Okay. You got little hands, so it might push it through. Push all the way through. Right there. Right there. Yeah, but you gotta get all of it straight. Very good. That's flying, dude. What's that? Right here. Okay. Now try to get that out of there.
Oh, that sounds good.
What?
Sangria jelly. Orange marmalade.
I'm gonna trim that off there. Yeah.
Miles, be quiet, please. Miles.
Let's see how quiet we can be.
Your memory bank. That way.
Don't go so fast.
Okay.
Tyler, hand me that book, please.
Which one?
The one you're touching.
Fuck you.
Thank you.
Yo, that looks good.
Christopher Reyes here. Christopher Reyes here.
Because he wants to. Crab shack dip.
Hey, Jeff, can you press it? Come over.